Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. Listen, not a lot of plan and goofiness on today. We need to get right into it. As you guys know, the game, he has released his diss track, The Black Some Shady, and he had took a few stabs at Eminem throughout The Black Some Shady and throughout this album, as you have seen some of my recent videos. Well, on today, we want to address some of the allegations that you may have missed. I don't see anyone talking about it, but we want to address the allegation that the game he made, that Eminem's mom was the R word. I can't say it, but R-A and then the P and then the E. And also Eminem's dad was a P word. You know that word where it is when you are having relationships with people that are not yet of age or matured, that are well below the minimum standard. I said that very well. There we go. I'm not going to get copy. I'm not going to get demonetized for that. I said that very well. But anyway, so that's what we want to discuss on today. We want to discuss if this part of his diss was actually factual, or was it just more lies and really making his diss track all the more just weirdo type stuff. So let's first get into exactly what he said, because this is what he said. The verse go, and I can't play it because I don't want to get copyright, but this is what he said. He said, "Now I'm here, I'm hope you're ready. This is not mom spaghetti. This your dad was 22 when he ate Little Debbie. He takes the cake 'cause she was only 15. And that's what he said in his diss track. Actually, it was one of those, it was a nice little clever bar when you do break it down, but is it true? You see, I said it before that he had some clever bars, regardless of what anyone said. There were a lot of clever bars and even funny bars and a lot of, but 99% of it was just not true. And I want to see if this was true. So once again, he said, "Now I'm here, I hope you're ready. This is not mom spaghetti. This your dad was 22 when he ate Little Debbie." Little Debbie cakes are those little cakes. They taste so good with the cream inside. And he's saying, hey, your dad was 22 when he ate Little Debbie. And Debbie is a nick for Deborah, which was Eminem's mom. So he ate Little Debbie. And then he said he takes the cake, referencing Debbie cakes. And then also that metaphor and also that double entendre with Debbie's cake, the actual person, Debbie's, and then her cake being the V down there. But he said that he had to take it, meaning that it wasn't consensual. He had to take it because, and then he goes on and say, because she was only 15. So basically he is saying that she was the R word because she couldn't give consent, and he had to take it. So he did R word her, and thus, since she was only 15, he was the P word though. I think I slipped that in really nice without getting my mind. I don't even think they're gonna find that. So anyway, these were the claims in the third verse of the game's diss track. But was it true? Was this one of those things? Was he just making the hype or saying them? So let's see if these claims were true. Before we see if it was true, let's just see if he did anything wrong. Okay, so records do show that she got married in Missouri by Bruce Mathers there in the 1970s. So I did go and I looked up the Missouri laws with regards to age of consent, and this is basically what it states. It does state that, you know, if you are 14, the consent, it does state that a 14-year-old can give consent if the partner is 18 years or younger. It then goes on to say that a 15-year-old can give consent if the partner is 19 years or younger. A 16-year-old can give consent to a 20-year-old or younger. So they have this 3 or 4 year buffer between the age. That's kind of how their age of consent works there in Missouri as of today. That's as of today. So as of today, a 15-year-old can give consent to a partner 19 years or younger. So as of today, it will be illegal if Bruce did get married and have those relationships. So yes, the game would be stating facts. A 15-year-old can only give consent to a 19-year-old or younger. If he was 22 years old, that would be considered, you know what. But here's the thing. That is today. I had to go back and research the laws because they got married in the 1970s. So I went back to the Missouri law. Missouri? I can't really say that. I don't know. It's because I'm black, man. Don't want to take that out of context. Basically, in 1970, the age of consent was 13 years old. Yes, it was 13 years old. You could give consent. There's nothing else I can say about that. The age of consent was 13 years old. And so, it would have been legal for him to have relationships with a 15-year-old. With a 15-year-old. But could they get married? The age to get married as of so the laws as of today, the age to get married for you to sign your own marriage certificate is 18 years old for Missouri. And then it goes on to say you can get married at 15 with the consent of a what they call a custodial parent or guardian. Not only that, but then it goes on to say if you're younger than 15, you can still get married as of today, but you must obtain a circuit court order. So that's as of today. So I guess what I'm saying is that it would be legal if this were true. We haven't established if it was true, because just because something is legal, don't make it right. 22-15. Let's see if that was the case, though. I found in my research that, and it's funny because you go online and everywhere online, all these articles and even on some of the Wikipedia, you go there and it says this. 15, he got his information from a Google search, and that's as far as it went. Everyone is saying, yeah, she got married at 15 and he was 22. You go look, search now. Everywhere. Like, that's the first thing that pops up. And I found that that's just not true. Although it's been posted in some of the most popular news articles and pages and Wikipedia and even on Google. That is not true. He was not 22 and she was not 15. And I'm gonna prove it to you. So this is what happened. Regardless of everything that's out there, I remembered that a few years ago in 2019 that TMZ broke the story that Eminem's dad had died at age 67 years old. Yeah, Bruce Mathers, he passed away on June 26, 2019. Everywhere, documented. And it said that he was 67 years old at his time of death. So, If he was 67 years old in 2019, I then went back and I asked Google, when was Debbie Mathers born? And then records show that she was born on January the 6th, 1955. So if she was born in 1955, that would make her, as of today, 67 years old. So, if she's 67 years old in 2022, and he died at 67 years old in 2019, that's only 3 years apart. It would be impossible for him and her to be together and married at 15 and he's 22, because they're only 3 years apart. You don't skip. You get what I'm saying? Yes. It was that easy to debunk everything out there. So, and honestly, you know, depending on exactly when his birthday was, he could have still been like 17. There's only like 19, 20, 21, 20. Depending on the month, he could have been 17 and she's 15. But that is 18 and 15 is the biggest gap. It can't get no bigger than that, just by what we know. She's 67 today. He died at 67 on 2019. So, in conclusion, this just proved just how goofy and how much research, and just makes this diss track all the more lame. Because you just went off of surface knowledge. You just went off of Google knowledge. And yes, you Google this, everything gonna say that. But these are the facts. I like to know what y'all think in the comments. As always, KIP, I will see y'all. Hey, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. I will see y'all in the very next video. Thanks for watching.